Side. And Şengün throws it down.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
Pass to Leonard. Outside Bogdanovic. It's good from about 19 feet.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Silk, guarded by Harden. The shot by Silk, no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Leonard, the pass to Harden, down low. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
First trip to the line for him here.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, good from Eubanks. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You have no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Here's Silk. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. This team is on quite a run. They're in the midst of a 14-game winning streak.
It's been impressive, and the question now really is, who is going to figure out a way to stop this crew? Each time out, they're finding new ways to win. That is dangerous for your opponent. Really, a myriad of ways in which they're coming at you.
Here's Eubanks. Şengün covering. Harden inside the three-point line. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Fades back. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bogdanovic left side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's a pretty soft touch for Bogdanovic, trying to do some damage on the inside now.
Rockets trail by 3. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Silk. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Leonard against Thompson. They get it back. Leonard kicks to Powell. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Powell wasting no time to let that one rip.
Şengün with a screen on Harden. Silk, and he dunks it down.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Thompson against Leonard. Good D by Thompson. For Houston, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Drives to the hoop.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
I see him.
Şengün with a screen on Harden. Silk passes to Şengün. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Powell dishes to Harden. And that one is good. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Fades and shoots. And the basket by Silk. Silk's got 10 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
It's Harden with the drive. And he gets it to go. 6 points for him.
Yeah, this is something that you just learned. You cannot underestimate the physicality of James Harden just warding off the contact.
Here's Silk, guarded by Harden. Fader on the way. The shot by Silk, no good. Clippers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin, and I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
That one goes. Count it.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Here's Silk going inside. Powell with the steal. And here comes Harden leading a fast break. And he lays that one in. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Here's Silk. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Eubanks finds Harden. There's the drive. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again.
Got a hand on it. And here they come. There's the lob to the hoop, and stolen by Bogdanovich. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Silk. He is covered by Bogdanovich. Driving in, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Gives a team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Powell, no one around him. No good with the triple.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Smith with a screen on Bogdanovich. Silk, again the Rockets score.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Back to Harden. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Powell against Eason. For 3. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Adams with the screen on Hart. Here's Silk. Finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by Adams. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Silk passes to Van Vliet. Here's Silk. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Screen by Smith. Here he goes.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Silk. He's covered by Bogdanovich. To the left wing. Eason gets a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Rockets lead by 2. Outside, Batum. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's blocked. Van Vliet passes to Silk. Adams with the screen on Harden. Here's Silk. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Harden outside. Back to Bogdanovich. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Bogdanovich has got 12 in the game.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Here's Silk. He is covered by Bogdanovich.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Batum with the 3. He can't hit that time. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Rockets lead by 4. And the second quarter will get underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Silk is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Thompson in at the 4. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Silk in the last outing against the Warriors was phenomenal. He finished with 64 points and made everyone around him better with his passing with a whole lot of assists. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. No good with the wing jumper.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Şengün with this screen on Leonard. Here's Silk. And Simmons with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6. To the inside. And stolen by Eason. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Here's Silk. And he can't bank that one in. And so Simmons will bring it up for Los Angeles. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Here's Leonard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Kawhi, such a fiery competitor. He won't back down in the face of adversity.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Vincent the pass to Simmons. And that's good. Lead pass to get it done. Now just a 2-point Houston lead.
Great job by Simmons taking initiative in that screen and roll. The coaching staff has to love that.
Lobbed up there for Şengün. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Highlight reel play from Şengün. Great timing.
Simmons looking it over. Pass to Leonard. Vincent with it. Guarded by Green. There's a screen. Here's Coffey. 3-pointer. Good on the triple. Coffey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And again, the Rockets good for 2.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Leonard against Thompson. A jump up. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Silk. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Vincent. He has yet to score. Simmons with it. Picked up by Thompson. Simmons can't get it to go.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Şengün with this screen on Leonard. And Şengün throws it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough. Keep going to him. See if he can find it. Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Leonard, the pass to Vincent. Up top, Simmons.
Switch.
Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Los Angeles with another miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
They kick it out to Green. Here's Şengün. And another shot. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And a clever pass fake. Kept the D from closing in. Silk's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets. Here's Vincent, guarded by Green. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Going for the throat. On the wing, Batum lets it go from deep. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Silk, a strong finish with two hands.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim, more often than not having the physical advantage.
The shot by Silk, no good. Clippers trail by 6. Simmons passes to Leonard. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender. But the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And he can't get the first one. Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Inside. And it's Silk with the rebound. Silk's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The fadeaway. Yes, that goes in. Silk's got 42 in the game.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eating up anybody they can.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
Screen by Smith. Here's Silk. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Rebound by Smith.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 for that department.
The shot by Silk, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Leonard, no luck. Rockets leading by 8. Here's Silk. Takes it inside. Smith with a screen on Harden. Here's Silk. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. The Rockets shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Silk passes to Clark. Clark a screen on Leonard with the drive and the basket by Silk.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Bogdanovich goes in. 2 points. That one goes.
Bogdanovich knocked around a little bit there, but sticks with his shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Simmons checked in for the Clippers. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And here are the Rockets now. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Well, you cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Powell kicks to Simmons. Pass to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Houston. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Pass to Smith. Here's Silk. Smith with a screen on Harden. Here's Silk. Good. That's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Outside, Simmons. To the paint. And Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making a switch here. Adams checked in. Adams with the screen on Harden. Silk passes to Adams. Here's Silk. Another shot. And Adams kicks to Tate. Hits it from three-point range. Tate's only got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so Harden will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
In the corner, Tate with it. Here's Silk. And another one.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And the first half is now in the books. Rockets ahead, up 11. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Houston Rockets.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, when you can turn misses into makes, that's found money.
And now, as the regular season marches on, Here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Taking a look here at the Rockets, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from Silk.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Bogdanovich is out there with Harden, and it's Eubanks in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Leonard the pass to Pop. Takes a three. 6 on the shot clock. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Silk. Non-stop scoring machine here. From the high post, he drills it. Silk's got the lead up to 13 now for Houston.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Oh, get up, Jay.
Talk about a guy who scores from all 3 levels.
Houston leading by 11. Brent, we know that James Harden has won 3 consecutive scoring titles in his past. But now, he really has worked on his game and changed his game to a degree.
Well, that's true, Kevin. Also, the system around him has changed. I mean, what they leaned into in Houston for James Harden to become an offense unto himself was unique at the time. James is a little bit older. He's playing with a different set of players that bring their own skill sets, but he's much more of a passer. He led the league in assists in 2023. So all of his offensive ability has not gone away. It's just manifesting itself in a different form right now.
And he makes the first.
Boy, it's been so hard to watch at times. I mean, he's missed so many of his foul shots tonight. Good to see him finally come through there.
That one is no good.
known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Silk, again, what an avalanche! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Eubanks. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Rockets leading by 12. Screen by Şengün. Lobbed up there by Şengün.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Floats one up. Harden has a wide open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, you better be right up on James Harden, or else he's going to bury these threes, and he will do it in bunches.
Silk passes to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Eubanks finds Leonard. Harden outside. Crafty move. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 17 points for James Harden.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Right here.
Here's Silk, guarded by Harden.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And making our way toward the finish line, this is a great time to check out the new power rankings. You look at the Rockets, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, I think for Houston, they weren't supposed to be this good. I mean, people have now started to accept that they're a real factor in how this season will ultimately play out.
Leonard on the wing. And it's Silk with the rebound. Silk's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Şengün with a screen on Harden. And that one is stuffed right through.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
There's Green with the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Here's Eubanks. Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard, so dangerous. From deep.
And by the numbers, Kawhi is one of the most efficient three-point shooters ever.
Şengün with a screen on Harden. Here's Silk. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Clippers trail by 12. 4-on-3 break. Powell inside. Working on Tate. Missed inside. Here's Silk. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Outside Bogdanovich. Now, here is Harden. 17 points in the game. Nice open look, but it's no good. Thompson, a screen on Harden. Here's Silk. Rebound by the Clippers. Eubanks got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Silk, and he drives in.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
From deep, Harden. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Silk. Bogdanovich against Tate. And Bogdanovich kicks to Powell. Down the lane. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for G.G. Jackson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
First free throw is good.
Well, it's been tough with all the injuries, but Kawhi is a top 75 player, rightfully so. You cannot question his greatness. And it's hard to not think about the what-ifs with him.
Simmons checked in for Norman Powell. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clark, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Tate. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Jalen Green.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And Simmons slams it in.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the tip.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Silk passes to Easton. Houston moving it around.
Watch the screen.
Here's Silk. Guarded by Simmons. Clock at 4. Silk. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. And Simmons kicks to Leonard from past the arc. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got his 7th assist here tonight.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Clark, a screen on Simmons. Driving the lane, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I'll tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked them down.
Pass to Harden. Simmons sets a screen for Harden. Shoots the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Harden's got 13 points now in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from down. Town on the rise in the second half.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Inside. Simmons passes to Eubanks. Leonard against Smith. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the Clippers making a change here. Vincent's checked in. Here's Silk, and there's the drive. Pass to Eason. Down low. Here's Silk. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That'll be his second foul of the game. Amir Coffey's checked in for Bogdanovich. Clippers trail by 9. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Over in the corner, Vincent. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. And now it's just a 4-point Houston lead. Hit by Clark. Here's Silk. Pass to Clark. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Leonard, no luck. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Silk. Non-stop scoring machine here. Connects again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Vincent with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Leonard gets it to go.
Affecting that shot early on in his career. Kawhi loves to get to that one.
Screen by Smith. Silk passes to Smith. Here's Silk, defended by Vincent. Smith with the basket on the assist by Clark. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Clark against Simmons. Coffey passes to Harden. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Silk, defended by Vincent. Here's Silk. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Vincent. Harden outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Silk. Screen by Smith. Into the lane. Knocked away. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for James Harden. And it's Bogdanovich in for Amir Coffey. Outside Batum. Here's Vincent. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
So on the floor for Houston. Outside, the wings are Green and Tate. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Silk at the guard position. Simmons, a screen on Tate. A three from Bogdanovich. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Silk. And he gets the bucket. Silk's got 4 this quarter.
Known as a terrific passer at his position, Şengün excels at finding the open man.
Simmons, a screen on Tate. Inside. And Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 20. Rockets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Here's Silk. And Houston again with the bucket.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Here. Here's Vincent. He takes it in, and it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
Over in the corner, Green, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Brown is checked in for the Clippers. The screen from Thompson. Here's Silk. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Clippers trail by 7. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Poked away. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Tate. Benson with it. Now Green defending. In the corner, Simmons with it. Green with the rebound. Rockets leading by 7. Here's Silk. The Rockets again can't hit. Leonard against Green. That one off the back iron and out. Rockets have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. In the corner, Tate with it. Buries the long-range jumper. Tate's only got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He knows every possession is critical now.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Brown. Norman Powell comes in for Vincent. And James Harden has subbed in for Ben Simmons. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Yeah, it's not a handful. It's a bundle of these kind of performances from James Harden. What a night.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Silk. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
How about Norman Powell and his vertical prowess there?
Rockets leading by 6. Şengün with this screen on Harden. Good, he hits again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level. And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Here's Silk. Another one goes. Incredible. And there it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Pass to Powell. Thompson against Leonard. Harden with it. Beyond the arc. The Rockets pull it in. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Silk, guarded by Harden. Silk passes to Thompson. Here's Silk. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And yes, it's good. Harden's got 27 points.
Yeah, Harden will put you on some skates if you aren't careful.
To the paint. Here's Şengün. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Leonard against Thompson. Right side, Leonard. The ferocity inside by Leonard.
Kawhi like a robot out there, just shrugging off the contact.
Here's Silk. The Clippers grab the miss. And here's Leonard. On the wing, Harden. The 3. That ball. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Şengün with this screen on Harden. And the basket by Silk. Silk's got 12 now in this quarter.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Thompson against Leonard. To the inside. Pass to Eubanks. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Powell. 4 on the clock. Tate with the rebound. Tate's only got 5 rebounds tonight. Driving to the basket. Silk. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 7. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Leonard is such a tough cover. He's so good at baiting the D into fouling.
Leonard hits them both. Here's Silk, guarded by Harden. Out to Thompson, pass to Green. Thompson, a screen on Harden.
Go!
Here's Silk. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The tray. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Silk. Fades away. Off the mark. So we see the Rockets get the win here. They came in here and took.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.